CulePodcast. Welcome back to another episode, season 3, episode 23. It seems every single episode, guys, we're coming basically with the same information and the same topics and the same, attitude. Barcelona has just been, a repeat of the same result, the same sensations throughout the weeks. But guys, before we get started on the video, make sure to follow us on all of our social media platforms. Everything is posted down below in the description. Go over there and check us out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that we do on the channel. And as well, if you guys want to join in onto the stream, just go on X, click on the streamer link, and you'll be able to join. But let me choose my co-hosts for tonight, both Sebi and Avilo. Guys, say what's up.
What's up, guys?
Okay, let's get straight into the episode. And as I said, guys, every single weekly episode, we're coming with the same information and the same sensations from Barcelona. We're just playing the same football. It's just like that. Barcelona, they tied 3-3 against Granada.
The titles of our videos should be Barcelona's defense is fucking garbage.
It should literally be. It should literally be. Here we go again, bro. Look, here's the thing. I'm getting annoyed at the fact that Lamine Yamal is her brightest point of the game. Like QRC, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. QRC has been. I mean, yeah. Yesterday, I'm pretty sure the second goal he could have cleared it better. Doesn't matter. He's still building up. But we see, bro, that when Lewandowski missed in the first half, that play that would probably been play goal this season for Barca. That build-up play that started with Lamine Yamal. I'm pretty sure it went to Pedri, Gundogan, and then Gundogan Lewa.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how well placed the defender was. Lewandowski, first of all, he had time to stop and shoot. And second of all, even if you don't have time, bro, at least take a better shot. He hit it right to the fucking defender. So I mean, I'm happy for Yamal's first brace. Good for him. Many more to come. I mean, he's looking better and better every day. That second goal was disgusting. Yeah, bro, it was Granada second worst in La Liga.
Yeah, penultimate on the table.
Come
They're 19th.
Bro. Like at
19th.
home. Like we thought after beating Alaves last week, you know what? This team's gonna turn around. We're looking better, bro. We had a chance to gain ground on Girona, and that's not the case anymore.
You know that Granada have scored 23 goals in the entirety of the season so far. 23 goals in 23 games.
I understand Ter Stegen's rusty because he's been out since like November, December, right?
But December, yeah, he's been out for a couple months.
First of all, he started out playing dumb as shit. Like he couldn't control the ball.
Yeah,
he thought he was Neuer, and he wasn't, and he's not Neuer. Then that first goal that they scored, that was the cross to the middle. I'm sure that if he is more informed, his reflex to stop that because that was a silly goal to allow, in my opinion.
It was near post. Yeah, it flew right by his head.
I'm pretty sure that if he had been informed, he would have stopped that because his reflexes look very off in there. He looked very rusty because the Ter Stegen that we know does not concede 3 goals against Granada. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the third goal as well. Just absolutely.
So go ahead,
diabolical.
I don't know who's gonna win, Barcelona or Napoli now. Like we're both.
Bro, I'm telling you guys, we were saying that at least they're gonna make it to quarterfinals. No, they're not. They could very well shed the bed. So,
oh my god,
it might take a massive.
So disappointing.
This team was like last year. Last year they could get by with a crappy performance and just grind it out by 1-0, 2-1. This year, for them to beat Napoli, they're gonna need a masterclass performance not only from Yamal but from the 3 more players.
No, yeah, and
Yamal being our star player at 16.
That's very sad, bro.
That's very sad.
It's the worst feeling in the world. Like, good for the kid for like obviously being the next Barcelona superstar and stuff like that. But if you're a fan like us and like our perspective of the team, it's just so sad.
Yeah,
he's the best player.
Because Lamine Yamal, like, it's completely understandable that he's doing well and and you're happy for him. But a 16-year-old should never be the superstar of the team. You have Lewandowski, who you paid 50 million for in the summer, who is earning what, like 20 million gross, something like that. You have Lewandowski, I mean Gundogan as well. You have Frankie. You have players in the squad who are earning tons of money and they're not performing. And we've said this before on previous episodes and on previous videos. It is the youngsters who are actually showing up in these games and are actually doing something. It's not the veterans. For example, I just look at yesterday. You saw Pau Kubarsi being the best among our defenders. Kunde was absolutely lost. Ter Stegen lost. Lamine Yamal being one of our best players. Every single time a La Masia youngster comes up into the first team, he shows levels, and he basically shows just simple basic fundamentals that this team is lacking, for example. And if you look at the goals that Barcelona conceded, it's not like Granada. They're this free flowing monsters in attack. They're world beaters. It's nothing like that. It's just that Barcelona, they're committing simple errors. And in the games we start slow, we start with like zero intensity, we have lapses of concentration, and Barcelona committing like amateur level mistakes, and we're praying for them. And as Sebi said, when you're going to be playing against Napoli with superstars such as Osimhen and Kvaratskhelia, they're going to absolutely tear our defense up. And Barcelona, I fear the worst for what can come into that Napoli tie. And I talked earlier in the video on how potentially Xavi, he could get sacked after losing to Napoli.
I'm fine
And
with that.
I want to know your guys' opinions on that. Would you guys sack Xavi if, for example, he loses against Napoli?
I'm fine with that. I have no problem
I mean,
because the season's basically already almost
yeah,
over.
I saw reports today saying that I think I'm pretty sure it was Fabrizio Domano saying that if they can qualify past Napoli, he could be sacked immediately. So
Yeah.
sacked or him stepping out, whatever it is, he could
Yeah.
very well leave for after Napoli. So
But are you guys in agreement? I know Sebi, he just said that he's in agreement, but what about you, Alvaro?
bro, at this point, I'm trying really hard to give him to because there was a report, not a report, the reporters, from
Yeah.
the game, the commentators, they were saying that there's still some hope within the team. That if he finishes strong, he might stay back. That if the Barca can't find a good replacement, he might come back. Bro, after what happened with Granada, I don't think that's possible anymore. So
Okay. I'm actually here going to disagree with you both, because I don't think that sacking Xavi after Napoli is going to do anything. For example, because right now Xavi, he is a scapegoat that every single fan and like everyone is pointing towards. Everything that is fault is Xavi. But here's the thing: if Xavi is to leave, right now, who's going to come in and replace him? You're not going to throw in a Hansi Flick. You're not going to throw in, a top level manager in this situation. Who would want to come in, right now with the
right,
season over?
bro, right now it'll probably be like Xavi's
No,
brother or
no,
something
no,
like
no,
that.
no, it wouldn't be Xavi's brother. It would be Rafa Marquez. It would be Rafa Marquez.
Yeah,
He would be coming in as
haven't
Fear
they
not,
the.
guys. Daddy's here. Daddy's here. It's
haven't they
okay,
already
guys.
said, haven't they already said that he won't come up no matter what?
Wait, what happened?
Haven't they already said that Rafa Marquez won't come up no matter
Exactly,
what?
and here's the thing, you know, Rafa Marquez, he came out, after Xavi announced his departure, and he basically said that it would be a dream opportunity, and just even him saying that, like for example, Xavi, a club legend, had just said that, hey, I'm going to be leaving from the club, and immediately after you say, hey, I want that job, it's just it doesn't bode well, and I don't think that Rafa Marquez would be the right suit, for that Barcelona position. Because then, like, what happens if Barcelona do worse after Rafa Marquez is here? Then who are we gonna like start pointing the blame towards?
The thing is, I don't think you can possibly
What's
do
up,
that.
General Khan? What's good, brother? What happened, Sebi?
I don't think you can possibly do worse.
No,
Like
I
there's
mean you
no way.
can. Yeah, I mean you can't. For example, like you think that Barcelona have reached rock bottom, but they haven't. Like, what happens if Barcelona, they start to fall out of the top four positions? Because right now we're 5 points behind Girona, and Atletico Madrid and Athletic Club, they're focusing on the Copa del Rey, and thank goodness that they drop points, because Barcelona, they could seriously be at risk for not qualifying for the Champions League spots, and not even to talk about, guys, our Champions League performances.
But to be honest, like they're gonna win the UCL this season, so it doesn't matter if they qualify.
What's up, General Wilson? Oh my God, and he has another Kingdom PFP. Absolutely, yo, guys, have you guys read or seen Kingdom?
What game?
No, it's a show. It's an anime.
Oh,
Kingdom, or have you read it?
He said what?
No.
He said what game? I know.
I only watch regular show, bro. I only watch regular show and SpongeBob, dog. Sorry.
Dragon
Oh
Ball
my
better.
God. Yo, their own culture, that's understandable. But guys, do you guys know that Barcelona, they missed out on 50 million euros because we lost against Shakhtar and Royal Antwerp, because of those two losses against in the Champions League in the group stage, we weren't able to get the necessary coefficient to qualify for the Club World Cup, and we missed out on 50 million euros.
You said 50 or 15?
50.
I can lend them that, bro. It's chill.
And you know, because Barcelona, they're losing these games, Barcelona, they have to go, you know, and do these preseason tours and preseason games. It's precisely why it's just like at times Barcelona, they look so incompetent. You know, there's like so you know, miscommunication between the club, you know, in situations like this. You have inexperienced people in a situation where you need experience, you need talented individuals. And you know, honestly, as I said, if Barcelona, they started to do poorly after Xavi's sack, then you know Laporta is going to be up here in pressure.
But like again, like I still think that Xavi leaving is not the answer. Like it's not gonna solve the issue. The issue is a deep rooted one with the players that we have. Like half of the players in the team don't deserve to be here, and I can't get tired of saying this enough. Yes, Xavi isn't the best coach. We know that, but he's not the main issue. That's like cutting a branch from like the main issue. Like yeah, he's part of it, but he's not like gonna. Getting rid of him and bringing someone else is not gonna solve anything,
bro. But it's also the players. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like look for. I'll give you a perfect example of that. Look at Spurs. Spurs changed before Ange Postecoglou. They have now. They changed like 4 managers in like 3 years. Like that's and what was the issue? They kept the same players. Like yeah, they would buy someone here or there, but they would keep the same squad. And then in the last couple of years, they've gotten rid of a shit ton of players that were useless. Look at Eric Dyer.
Thank God.
That's what I'm saying. But yes, I understand maybe the manager isn't always the right choice, and you can see that. But also getting the support and the ability, having the ability to get rid of the players that you don't need and getting the ones that you actually need is very important.
Yeah.
Look at for example, look at Jurgen Klopp in Liverpool. If you see, I saw this post the other day that it was like his first ever starting 11. Klopp's first ever starting 11. It was ass. Yeah, that Liverpool team was garbage.
No, but that's why I say that at times, you know, I think that at the top level of this club, because it's not only Xavi who's at fault for the situation that Barcelona is in. You know, it's also, you know, you're looking at the board. There's like a whole bunch of discourse. There's mixed opinions on the direction that Barcelona have to take. You know, just look at you know, the difference in opinion between, you know, Xavi and Deco. You know, the entirety of last summer we spent having discussions. Oh, hey, should we go out for youngsters or should we go out for experience? You know, Xavi, he wanted Foyt, and you know, Deco, he wanted Cancelo. You know, in the midfield, Xavi wanted, you know, Bernardo Silva. Deco wanted Lo Celso. You know, there was like a whole mix of opinions.
Didn't buy any one of those, but you know,
no, exactly. But Deco is not that great so far. The only thing he has done is helping Vitor Roque signing, missed out on the Chevry, Bergvall, Moscardo, and now coming out and contradicting the manager and the president.
For me,
I think maybe in part is like an ego problem because he was a good player, but I mean, man, like this guy doesn't know ball like that either.
But for me, the players
to play against Barcelona, he played in AFCON.
Decide who's he's signing, not like Deco and stuff like that. He's not the manager. Xavi needs to tell him who to sign, and he signs them. Simple as that, in my opinion.
See, but at the same time, you know, Barcelona, they don't have the finances for that. But Alex, you know, I asked Sebi and I asked Aldo this opinion. If Barcelona, you know, if they were to lose against Napoli, would you sack Xavi then and there?
No, bro. Listen,
Explain.
the UCL, and the reason I tell you no is because it doesn't do anything. Like, look, the league, we're not gonna win the league. Let's get that idea out of our heads. It's not gonna happen because
Alex, but hold on. Did you just interrupting your train of thought? If Barcelona are to win the league, then you win all of their games, all of them.
but they're not gonna do that. We gotta be realistic. Barca's not gonna be able to win all those games. And second of all, the second most important. Well, this is my first point, but we're not gonna win the UCL.
No.
Like, it's not that I'm being pessimistic. It's not that I don't want my team to win, but we gotta be realistic for a second. Like, it's not gonna happen.
That's my reaction to that. Don't crush my dreams,
bro. Listen, I would love it. Like, I would actually go insane if they did, but again, we're playing Napoli. Napoli is a realistic opponent. Napoli is more or less where our level is at right now because they're not doing that great in Serie A. So I would say they're one of the teams that matches us the most.
Well, what's up, Ricardo? Yo, Ricardo, if you want, join, brother. If you guys don't know Ricardo, he's another Barcelona fan from HH's channel. I met him through there, and he knows what he's talking about. But I completely agree with that. There's absolutely no point.
It's what we're both saying. It doesn't do anything. Like, I think a big issue with Xavi at Barca has been the media representation of him. I feel like at times they have been unfair towards Xavi and using his words against him. And I would say even in over criticizing, because when you're a player of his caliber, there comes certain expectations when you come to the team, because they're like, oh, they're a World Cup winner, Euro winner, club legend. They expect him to be a good coach, but that doesn't mean
all Madrid media.
What's up, 24K?
Exactly. It's most of it is Madrid, because again, guys, everyone related to anything in football in Spain is a Madrid fan.
Yeah, and it's that Spanish media every single time. Like, why is it that every single time Barcelona, they do well or they have like these important matches yet to come, you see like Negrea news, or you see so something that it's not focused on the field issues. It just makes it that environment to work as a coach even more harder. But what's up, Ricardo? What's up, bro?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Oh, bro. How are you feeling after that Granada game?
I don't feel anything, man. At this point, there's nothing to feel. Honestly, like once you mentally check out right off that season, these games, they're actually kind of lit to watch when you don't have your like emotions invested into it, back and forth. But honestly, the shit is embarrassing at this point, and I think blaming Xavi is just you're just beating on a dead horse at this point.
Bro, at these players, point, I saw a report that Xavi could possibly leave if they lose to Napoli. There's no point. What are you going to do? There's no point. You're going to find a replacement for 3 months. The same thing's gonna happen. Just reload in the summer, bro.
Yeah, no, you're just embarrassing Xavi at this point. Like, he's already said he's leaving at the end of the season. Now you're gonna add further more humiliation on him by just sacking him. It's like there's nothing to gain from that.
Yeah, and the other thing that we gotta consider is Barca are living in a very tough economic period. So bringing in a new coach isn't gonna solve anything if he's not able to get rid of or buy new players. Like. I think that's been a big issue with Xavi. I mean, he did get the team when they were at maybe one of their peaks, because they were playing good collectively. Huh?
Xavi?
Bro, the current team had a peak last season.
He entered as manager?
No, not when he entered. Like his first full season, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he came in halfway through 2021, 2022.
He came in when the team was shits.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe the team peaked in that sense, where a lot of them reached their potential or played as best as they could. And now the right thing to do is to keep developing that team, because realistically, in this Barca team, there's only 3 or 4 world-class players. I wouldn't even say world-class, because
future.
I don't know. I feel like when I talk about world-class, I have to include maybe.
Bro, there is no world-class players in Barcelona.
No, I would say.
I'll actually disagree with that. I actually think that there's some very
who's world-class? Who's world-class?
Ter Stegen.
Well, and I would probably say Pedri.
Okay, Ter Stegen in terms of before injury.
Ter Stegen before Sunday.
Okay, Araujo is having a terrible season.
No, Araujo's not world class. I would say Araujo is good, and he has the.
No. Araujo on his day is like one of the best center backs in the world. Like, come on.
Honestly,
he hasn't had his day in like 5 months.
No, in terms of like world class, I think the only truly world class player, at least at the current moment, is Gundogan. I think Lewandowski is Lewandowski. He has a status of that he was a world class player, but he's
Yeah, he's
not
wild.
playing at a world class player
Yo,
right now.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
there's
Who's playing in a world class level right now at
bro,
Oh,
Barcelona?
nobody.
one quick
Exactly.
note. There's nothing funnier than watching Gundogan sprint down the middle of the field as if it was a winger. Like he can run, bro. It's funny because in this new style, he becomes almost as like a false nine. Like
Honestly,
he can run, dog.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really rate Gundogan that much, but I do recognize that he's a good player.
Nah, but he's been playing much better as of late.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has.
Well, I mean, it's because Christensen, he's been playing at that CDM role, and he's allowed Gundogan to be more like advanced onto the pitch. Like you
Yeah.
actually see what happens when Gundogan is like up there, and he's not, having to like make defensive, cover.
But
And,
no,
the
no,
funny
I
thing
agree.
about Christensen. Imagine being a defender and your weakness being defending.
right, so
Yo,
sad.
no, but look, I agree with Ricardo. I feel like the only proven world class is Gundogan. Maybe you can say, and I feel like we can even say it's Cancelo, maybe, because I mean, he shows his flashes that he is who he is. But Lamine Yamal, he's not even class yet. He's 16 years old. Pedri
No.
and Gavi could be world class. I don't think they're there yet. Araujo has his days. So this team does not really have. They have the young core to build around, but they don't have world class aside from Gundogan and maybe Cancelo. So
Mm. But okay, looking ahead, especially you're looking at that Napoli game. How do you guys think that game is going to go? Because as I said, at the start of the episode, Granada, a team that scored 23 goals in 23 games, came to to our home stadium, and they were looking like world beaters. They
Okay,
were
wait.
fluid in attack,
Is the first
just
leg
absolutely
away?
tearing our. Yeah, like our first game is going to be
Oh,
away.
Yeah, we have the return leg at home.
Yeah.
okay.
So,
3-0
so how do you guys
Napoli.
think that game's going to go?
3-0
I would-
Napoli.
Chill. Honestly, I'd be happy with like a 1-1 or like a 0-0 tie. I think that's a
Alex,
real.
be realistic. We suck away from home. We are
Yeah,
so bad away from
but
home.
Napoli
We haven't
isn't
gotten
even that
good
good.
result away from
We're not
home.
even that good at home either.
yeah,
I don't know why Semi's saying like we gotta focus at
playing
home.
away, bro.
Okay, but at least like home we can score like a goal maybe. Away we can't even score like.
Our
Bro,
12
Like,
we're
we're
only
getting
winning.
scored.
We're
Yo,
only
yo.
winning if Sergio Roberto plays striker.
Yo, us taking advantage of the 12th man might be the 10 Barca fans in Napoli. 'Cause
A2 Napoli.
At home
We
we'll
don't,
be
guys.
shit,
We don't have a home.
Yo, if Napoli beat us by a margin of 3 goals,
No. But do you guys actually think
Just
that this
call
team
out
could like
Barca beat,
receive like a
bro.
beating? Like, do you guys think that like they can
Nah,
receive a beating?
it's gonna be a close game.
It's gonna be unnecessarily competitive in my point, at least based on what it's expected. Because Napoli have been dog shit this season as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But
ninth.
I wouldn't. This is going to happen. What we're gonna see is another Iñaki Williams situation where Osimhen comes back and he scores like 2 goals on us after a shit AFCON.
Yeah,
That's exactly what's gonna happen. I don't think we'll win. I'll be honest. I think we're gonna lose in Naples, but I think we'll turn it around in Barcelona. But either way, like I said, it's gonna be unnecessarily competitive.
It's Barcelona. They are that team just to make things difficult for no absolute reason, man. And the thing is, like, we don't even start well in games. It's not like this team. Like they're physically intense. Like, for example, it's just so bad. And I fear the worst. I fear that Barcelona, they can go to Naples and we can see like a 4-0, and then like I
I don't
pray
know.
it doesn't
This
happen.
They're honestly so bad this season. I'm saying 2-1 in Napoli.
I'm gonna start watching Barcelona female team instead of this team. At least they can beat
I-
Madrid.
Yeah, I mean, at least they can get a win. But Ricardo, because I wasn't able to get your opinion, but like, why do you think that Barcelona, they're in this situation? Like why has our defense, been so poor compared to last year? Because it's night and day. It's that simple.
Well, when you compare to last year, we can't overlook at the fact that Ter Stegen probably had individually the best season of his career. I mean, how many times did he save us from 1-0s? We had won like 10 plus games on 1-0s alone. That like honestly was the difference between us winning the title and not winning the title. So you could say that there definitely was an overperformance. Like, we're literally talking about Jose Mourinho Chelsea defensive record last year, and when you look at this season, it's nothing in comparison. this is the worst the defense has been since that season where Mbappe dropped a hat trick on our heads.
Yeah.
Um, this is honestly one of the worst defensive teams I've ever seen. Is following this fucking team, and I've watched this team since like 2002 or something. There's Xavi, like I said in obviously HH stream, that he has limitations and to no fault of his own. He's an inexperienced manager. He's coming from Qatar, which, to be fair, like, what is the standard? This is just nepotism at this point.
Yeah.
So it was nice while he was here, but his flaws are starting to show. He has no defensive structure. He has no plan B. And as a result, you're going to see the individual talent kind of suffer as a result. And mind you, this season, Araujo, he's been physically sluggish, and it's clearly obvious he was dealing with an injury, as stated in the press conference before the Granada game, which is why he got rest.
Yeah.
Koundé
got
been
rested.
playing in and out of position. Christensen, inconsistent. Balde has completely underperformed this season. And João Cancelo, I mean, you have to take the good with the bad with the guy. What he can give you offensively, you have to trade in what he is defensively. And so, to be fair, I mean, something like this was inevitable, and we are seeing it now. And unfortunately, Xavi's leaving.
See, but right there, you just basically mentioned like the entirety of the defense, and like we haven't even talking about the rest of the team. Like, why is it that this team has like decreased, in performance drastically? Because this team was the exact same team, that they were, 14 points, 12 points ahead of Madrid last season.
Bro,
in the league.
Well, it's a combination of two things. Sorry, one, last season Real Madrid massively underperformed due to Benzema. Just underperformed massively. The
Benzema
second thing
tax.
is, as much as we criticized Sergio Busquets, I mean, to be honest, I kind of saw this coming. A DM in a possession-based team is very important, and even though Busquets had his faults, he definitely was the glue to a lot of these things. And we definitely always got exposed into teams that were willing to apply the pressure and were more physically capable than us. And because Busquets wasn't that, he's a very highly technical player, but he lacked physicality. You can see the way the guy's built. Like, he's built like a high school kid. And then obviously Gavi. It's no coincidence that this season alone, once Gavi went injured, we plummeted completely. And if we look at the makeup of our midfield, we have really only one truly good ball winner, which was Gavi. You would expect Romeo to be that, but Romeo's completely underperformed in the big lights. And Frank de Jong isn't a ball winner. Pedri is a workhorse, but he isn't a natural ball winner. Although his defensive capabilities are good, and Gundogan, he isn't a ball winner either. No. So when your only ball winner goes off injured and the other one is massively underperforming, this is the result you get. And this is the connection between the defense and midfield is like so big.
Yo, Ricardo, you already have fans, bro.
Yeah,
you have fans.
Sean, I remember Sean.
Yeah, they got tired of Alvaro talking shit all day, bro. I don't want to listen to them anymore.
But yeah, man, Barcelona, they're in a tough situation, financially. These next like coming weeks, it's going to be important. We're going to be seeing, in the media, lots of coaches, being linked. Hansi Flick, so far right now is the favorite to basically replace Xavi. I personally think that he's the most suited for the current situation that Barcelona is in.
Bro,
because Barcelona,
he's the only legitimate option to actually do something.
And I mean, you don't know that, for example, because you have the Zerbi out there, you have Imanol.
I would actually go for the Zerbi because
if you look at Nagelsmann from Germany, whose contract expires in the summer.
Wait, the Zerbi is classic. If you look at the work he does at Brighton, that team under the Zerbi is scary.
Wait, what happened, Evelo?
Nagelsmann's available?
His contract expires in the summer because he's gonna be playing for he's gonna be playing for Germany for the Euros. And the thing is, he basically said like, hey, I'm going to see what happens in the summer. So he doesn't, close the door like on the potential like Barcelona move. Just the thing is that I see Nagelsmann, De Zerbi, Imanol, all these other managers as project managers that you would want to give time to. And the thing is, Laporta, after activating those levers, and basically mortgaging the future, Barcelona, they basically have to win now. And like I said before, because Barcelona, they didn't win, in the games against Shakhtar and the games against Royal Antwerp, we lost, that participation in the Club World Cup, and we lost money that was supposed to be coming in. And Barcelona, they now have to go play these friendlies against Dallas or do these these tours mid-season, when if you just do your job and you beat Royal Antwerp in a relatively easy group, then you don't have to go do this.
Barcelona.
I know it's so frustrating. But Ricardo, we had a conversation on Pedri in the watch along, bro. What are your thoughts on Pedri this season?
This season, bad consistency. I believe he was injured too. No, at some point.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So I like Araujo. I don't think he's actually 100% physically recovered, and I think the moment he was somewhat fit to play, they rushed him into the team, and I think he underperformed for those first like 2-3 games. I think the other day against Granada, like he was magnificent. Though you could argue maybe he should have got a red card. But we look past those. He was great. But yeah, he's definitely been very inconsistent. But like I said, like the difference within this team when he's not playing and when he is playing, Barcelona, like they need him. They depend a lot on this guy.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
If Pedri is out, who do you have in your team that can give you 60% of what he does?
Elias.
I mean,
No one.
like
No one.
Nobody.
well, I mean, I would say, like, I know this, like, Fermin Lopez isn't gonna, basically replace Pedri, but Fermin Lopez has like a lot of the characteristics.
Bro, Fermin Lopez
He's overrated.
Fermin Lopez in his play style, he's closer to Gavi than he is
for
to
sure.
Pedri.
I agree with that.
I agree with that, but I think he's a mix of both. For example,
He's a worse Gavi.
I mean, yeah, but for example, like Gavi,
Gavi.
there isn't a Gavi and a Pedri in world football at that point, and the last topic that I want to touch on before we end off is, look at this. How does Barcelona, like a team like Barcelona, only have one ball winning player? Doesn't Xavi ask other players for more effort and run more? And building on that, why is it that the entire squad is just underperforming? And whoever it is that comes into the first team, I mentioned this at the start, any youth player that that comes into the first team does better. Pau Cubarsí instantly shows better level than Christensen and Koundé. Hector Ford, he comes on against Athletic Club, and he's better than Balde, he's better than Cancelo.
It's because they're comfortable, bro. Lewandowski knows that he's getting his bag no matter what. Conde is gonna get play time and his bag no matter what. All these kids coming up, they have to fight for a spot, and if they underperform, they're getting sent back down. If they look good, they're staying in.
Yeah.
Nah, no way.
It's also a factor too that, I mean, if you look at really any Barcelona product that leaves Barcelona and goes to another team, they don't do as well. These guys are like, they grew up within the system, so I mean, they should have that kind of advantage of understanding how the game is played in Barcelona. Whereas, but I also think like the leadership in the team has been horrendous. I mean, you would expect guys like Lewandowski, Gundogan to be more of a leader, and I think there's a moral issue here. The Xavi can't lift his team. It's honestly left to like whatever Araujo's Uruguayan Charrua spirit left there to try to lift his team. Which honestly, if the guy's injured like half the times, there's no leadership in that team. And then Ter Stegen, honestly, the guy, when you shoot near post, anybody can score. Like.
And your captain is Sergio Roberto. Like your captain is someone who's
he's only there because he's like the only longest serving La Masia player.
The winner of La Remontada, bro. Come on.
How long is he gonna live off that for?
For the rest of his life.
And the assist for Messi.
And the assist for Messi. Okay, so the 2 moments, and he has like a 6-year contract.
Yeah, he's gonna get another one. Maybe he comes against Napoli and they extend him for like 5 years. So.
No, that's some shit that would happen. No,
but hey, like I don't care how. I need Barcelona to get like past the group stage. I mean, no, what do you mean past the group stage? Past Napoli, because I think if you like advance into the quarterfinals, I think you get like from these 2 games, I think like 15 to 20 million euros, something like that. And those 15 to 20 million euros, they're gonna help Barcelona out a ton. Because
try ask Busquets if he wants to come back on loan for the end.
No, see, Alvaro, you say that, but Alvaro would start for this current Barcelona team. He would absolutely start.
I don't know about that. Maybe Alvaro would probably start.
He'd start.
Buddy, I'm not a pivot, all right? I'm a center back.
Exactly. I'm a center back. All right, guys, that was it for the episode. Like once again, as I said at the start of the episode, it's more of the same thing. Barcelona, we've seen the same story every single week. Barcelona, there are flashes of brilliance, individual moments, Lamine Yamal being our best player, our only difference maker when they should be, the veterans. Xavi, he's just showing his inexperience, and now we've been needing this change of dynamic for weeks. The season is gone. Barcelona are going trophyless. The Champions League is the only trophy that is left, but it's almost impossible for this current Barcelona team to win it. And we hopefully see Barcelona advance, because we need that. And guys, thank you guys all for watching. I will be posting this on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Make sure to tune in for that. But as always, guys, remember, like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys all on the next video.